Shalom Israel. It's part 2. And going on to the next topic. This will be a little shorter one. And it's going to, Esau trying to escape their judgment. Going back to what I was saying in the beginning of part 1, how these devils, making space stations, underground bases, military bases, and hiding in the clefts of the rocks, the mountains. Also showing you that they are Esau Edom, because when you go to the scriptures, going to how, Esau, hid and lived in the clefts of the rocks, these mountains, these caves, so showing you who Esau Edom is today also, these character traits. But as I get the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 24. Let's get this right here. Got it. This is Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 24. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Saith Yahweh. Do not I fill heaven and earth? Saith Yahweh. That's right, man. So, how can you hide, man? Let's read it one more time. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him? Saith Yahweh. Do not I fill heaven and earth? Saith Yahweh. So there's no place this devil can hide. As he's making underwater bases, underground military bases. Even hiding in these mountains. And I see him building his space stations. Get the next scripture. Book of Obadiah, chapter 1. Let's get this real quick. I'll also show you an article which I saw from brother's video. It's on my spirit to go into this real quick. Bear with me for a minute. There's the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. So the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Esau Edom having that prideful spirit. Who shall bring me down, building into the heavens, the sky, with these satellites. Let's read this one more time. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, which sound by Esau Edom. When you go into the scriptures, he lived in the clefts of the rocks, these mountains, these different caves, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's going to be his downfall, man. Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, as you see many representations of the eagle in the United States, as eagles, build their nest, in the top of the mountains, in the clefts of the rocks, and they fly high. Thou that exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars. As you see those space stations, which I'm going to get an article right here. Read a little bit of this. See right here. The article. Let's read it quick. It says, Jeff Bezos heads off to space. It says, Jeff Bezos is launching to space on Tuesday as part of Blue Origin's first crewed flight to the edge of the Earth's atmosphere. The 11-minute flight will take the world's richest man more than a dozen miles above our planet's surface, will mark the first manned mission for Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket and space capsule. Bezos will, joined by Mark, 82-year-old pilot and female aviation pioneer, which yada yada yada. Going down, the New Shepard is designed to take off vertically from a launch pad, providing short but high-speed excursions into space. The spaceship is capable of reaching speeds up to 2,300, about 3 times the speed of sound. Bezos and the other passengers will experience a brief moment of weightlessness as they skim to outer space. Which I'll play a quick little video of this.
Jeff, go. Mark, go. Wally, go. Oliver, you are going to space.
As you see, let's read that scripture one more time. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and know thou set thy nest among the stars, going to those space stations, those satellites that they're building, especially, building weapons into it, especially, they're building it to go against Yahushua and the angels when Yahushua returns. Thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. Yahweh Shemashai will bring them down, man. So get the book of Malachi, verse 1, verse 4. For a minute. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, which is Esau Edom. And the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever hate. As it keeps going to, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So the Lord is going to throw down Esau, man. He's going to be taken out of power. But the reason one more time, it's the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Going back to, the book of Obadiah once again, just to connect the scripture, precept upon precept upon precept, here a little and there a little. But it says, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith Yahweh. Connecting with book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Yahweh Shemashai will throw it down, man. The devil's pride is going to be their downfall. Let's get the book of Amos, chapter 8, chapter 9, verse 2. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Go into that once again. When it says hell, it's literally talking about, underground, So though they dig into hell, it's not literally, a fire, spiritual fire where you're tortured forever, because it's not a thing. But it's though they dig into hell, which is going to the underground, then shall mine hand take them. Though they climb to heaven, building those satellites, those space stations that they are building, as they're trying to escape their judgment. That's why you see them building these underground bases, trying to escape World War III, and building underwater bases, in the mountains, these space stations that they are building to try to hide into it, try to escape their judgment, but they won't. The Lord got many tricks up his sleeve. It says, though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Go into the Lord's gonna bring them down. So the devil's pride, is gonna be the downfall. But let's get a book of Jeremiah, chapter 16, verse 16. Also, let's read on to verse 3. It says, and though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence, and though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. Go into Leviathan coming out these last days, getting Esau out of those waters, man. And also use his elect to get Esau out from underground, in these clefts of the rocks that they're trying to hide. But get Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16 once again. It says, behold, I will send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. Which those fishers are going to the prophets that are, fishing for the elect. Behold, I'll send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. Prophesying, teaching, unto the elect. And after will I send for many hunters. So those fishers are going to turn to hunters. And they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So, these devils, as you see, there's certain articles, and I believe there was one article went to how they had military troops, training underground. So why would they bring, military troops to train underground if they weren't expecting something, an attack that is coming, You know, Yahweh Shai coming back with a multitude of angels. These devils having space stations, building weapons into them. Laser weapons, which there's multiple videos and proof that they have laser weapons. Many photos of them starting wildfires and multiple other things. Now Bashar Shai uses the elect, Leviathan, to get them. I see them building underwater bases and stuff, hiding in the sea. The Lord's going to get the Leviathan to get them out. And when these devils try to go and hide in these mountains, these caves, and underground, and their bases, the elect is coming. Behold, I send for many fishers, saith Yahweh, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, which is the elect, 144,000, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. For mine eyes are upon all their ways, they are not hid from my face, neither is their iniquity hid from mine eyes. So they're going to get judged, man, and they're going to get what they deserve. To get the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31, to go into spiritual power. And that'll be the lesson. So this will be, part 2 of the lesson. If you didn't watch the first part already. Let's get the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31, to go into spiritual power. And how the elect will get Esau. Out of these bases and the clefts of the rocks in these mountains that they're hiding. But it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall fly. They shall run and not be weary. Super speed. And they shall walk and not faint. So spiritual power is coming to the elect, man, and the Lord willing. We're part of those men. So that's why we do this mental plan to make our calling to elect and sure. But let's get book of Isaiah chapter 41, verse 15 to add on to that. It said, Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp threshing instrument. Having teeth, thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. So spiritual power, the new threshing instrument is the elect. Getting that spiritual power. Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth, a weapon. The elect is the weapon, man. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. And let's see, it says, Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. So spiritual power is coming to the elect, man. These devils won't escape. Yahweh Shai has everything set up, man. And these devils are, meant to fall. It is written that they would fall, man. And Yahweh Shai has set up everything for it. When they're hiding in underwater bases, Leviathan get them. Hiding in these mountains, these underground bases that they have. The elect. Like, come on, man. And Yahweh Shai coming back, with the multitude of angels. These devils creating a space force, trying to, prepare and to defend against the attack that is coming, which is, Yahweh Shai coming back with a multitude of angels, in the chariots. So these devils stand absolutely no chance in these end times, man. But their pride's going to be their downfall, man. And that's ultimately, in on the lesson. Mainly hit all the points I wanted in the scriptures that I got. I don't want to make it, too long. And I still need to, get myself a garment. So it's lucky once again for not having a garment. But, Lord wants edifying. And, still got to get better with my pronunciations, and with talking. But, Lord wants edifying once again. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Kakdash. The warns the apostles and elders give Milsov teach us his truth. Peace and blessing to hope like Israel, and Shalom.